Okay, that was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please. That's a decent start. Good job. Yellow flag. Some information on Verstappen. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. Green flag. Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake. Increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up. Radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain. still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment? Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy. Gap ahead is 2.8 seconds. Okay, we've got plenty of energy. Switch to overtake and have a go.
Hello guys, welcome to this session. Weather report.
ETA on this rain clearing up in 10 minutes.
I have been just commentating to myself for the last few minutes and my mic has been turned off. Yeah, so I do apologise about the mic issue. If you thought why wasn't I commentating? Well, obviously, I now am, but I've been commentating to myself for the last few minutes. what I was basically saying, I was talking about the race. I was talking about the circuit of Gilles Villeneuve, how it's, you know, a street circuit, but more like a race circuit, really, permanent one. It doesn't feel like necessarily public roads, because these are actually public roads. Either way, so we're 8 laps in. It's been an okay race. As I said, I do apologise for the fact we haven't been commentating on large majority of it. However, my voice is here now, and hopefully you enjoy the rest commentated part of this video. Right, we're catching the group of cars in front. We've only used about now 4 flashbacks during this race, which isn't too many. It's not little either. Still enough as we get a bit of a tank slapper out of the final chicane.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this.
So we're certainly catching cars in front.
Teammate behind is 6.4 seconds.
I'm not sure why they're going slow. Is it because of McLaren? Is it because of Albon? I'm not too sure. But either way, see them few battling there as we continue our march and getting a bit of grass then now, which sort of spun the front or lost front end grip. As we power out of the corner. Lap 9 now we're on. Whew. Car just a bit slidey. Alright, can we get past Charles here? Let's see. It's all about getting on the power just a little bit earlier. As we do so, we lost our mid-corner traction and, yeah, just losing out there as we try and gain on these lot here. I think it's Sainz who's causing all this issue right now. Not going exactly the fastest, he ain't. But either way, we soon latch back on to the group again.
We need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Weather report.
Looks like the weather is going to dry up in about 5 minutes.
So 5 minutes till the weather allegedly gonna dry up. So I don't know whether that's gonna, you know, if it's 5 minutes, let's say that is correct, then reports 5 minutes till weather dries. That would then take us to lap 15, 3 laps to go before, well, this all clears up and possible dry slick tyres. Ugh, it's gonna be close, possibly. Alright, out of that corner. Now we're trying to use everything we got. And you just see how much slipstream we've really got. We're pulling right now. Charles Leclerc pulling us down the straight. Oh my days. What the earth happened there? Literally, we get pulled down the straight quite nicely. Let's try that again. But yeah, it's only getting pulled. Get pulled, get toe, come out a little bit. Oh, clip Charles Leclerc's rear wing, and again, second time of asking, still. Third time lucky, let's see. Sorry if I'm using a flashback here. I shouldn't really be using one in this scenario. I should be just trying my best to get past Leclerc cleanly. Anyway, we haven't gained any position, I guess. Probably should have. We're probably a bit too far back anyway, in that respects.
It looks like we'll be running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
So, engineer saying dry track soon, back to dry shortly. I'm not so sure about that just yet. Still, I feel like we're quite some distance away from any slick tyres, because A, the rain hasn't stopped going down, and B, the track is still very damp, to say the least, at the moment, as you can clearly see. So, don't know what my race engineer is actually reporting in there. Clearly, he's not reporting the current climax of the situation, because currently, as it currently stands, by the looks of it, certainly nowhere near going back to dry shortly. And again, just a little bit of a slide out of there, really making us lose a bit of time.
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past.
Are we just in power now? Lap 12. And that's our fastest lap, fair enough. The race still not really indicating weather conditions. Weather report.
Say again, you're breaking up. Didn't catch
Weather.
that. Say again. Say that again, we're having trouble receiving.
Weather report. Weather report.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now.
So, still saying 5 minutes. So, 5 minutes would, in truth, bring us to the end of the race. So, yeah, we're certainly now looking more likely we're going to be going to the end. Now, on these inters. Now, obviously, when you're going to the end, no point of stopping then. So, we are going to be doing a 0 stop. Right, can we do it this time? Let's see. Power bit better. Try and plant that throttle very early. There we are. Oh, that's straight. Just trying to set Leclerc up. But we're just a bit too far back still. Going down this straight. And here we go then. Leclerc still ahead of us. Oh dear. Just running straight into the back of Leclerc there. Just going to use a flashback. We haven't used one in about a couple of laps now. And again, more or less same mistake that time, just carrying a bit more speed.
We're leading our teammate by.
As I was saying, when I was speaking to myself earlier, in obviously where, as you can appreciate, you've got to be a bit more lenient on yourself. Because everything just doubles. Your braking distance, the way the car handles, you know, it just doubles. The car is double slippery, you know. As you can just see out there, almost no grip whatsoever. The car just slides a lot more. And yeah, whilst it's fun to drive these conditions, it's a different kind of challenge. It can be, but it's also rather difficult, because it's not a challenge that you're used to. I don't think, you know, it's not like every single lap you do will be in the wet. Majority of the laps, I think any Formula 1 driver does across the season, is in the dry. I've never known a season to have a full wet, or majority of the season been rain. Like, there's been seasons where it's rained in quite a few races, not in recent times, of what I can remember. Majority of actually the seasons in recent times have been rather dry. I think the last time maybe you'd have to go back for a lot of wet races would be between probably about 2009 to 2011 period, and maybe even the 2012 season had quite a few number of wet races, of what I recall. But yeah, there isn't one singular season, so yeah, the tyres certainly feeling very much like they're starting to go now. Pace certainly, as you can see, well, we've been certainly put to bed by others in front, and you just see how little grip there is
The track is dry,
now.
but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water off the line.
So I totally agree it's drying now, because rain has stopped. So this could be a very difficult decision to make towards the end of the race. Do you stay on the inters, or do you go for let's say a more slick tyre? Like, it's going to take a while to dry either way. It's going to take certainly quite a number of laps, but neither here or there. Like, you know, it's probably going to take a good 3-4 laps, but you know, at the end of the day, let's say we get to lap 17. Okay, there's literally a lap to go. Do you go onto the slicks, or do you stay on the inters if the line was completely dry? I think this all just depends. We'll soon find out, won't we? But you can just see how little grip we had through there. Really just catching the car. The car feels like it's been driven on ice right now a little bit to some degree. And you can start to see a dry line just starting to creep up a little bit. And start to see that dry line. But it's not worth a new pair of slicks yet. Certainly not. And it's not worth a pair of dries either. So we're just having to all go around on these inters, even though it's on a drying track. Alright, overtake mode active. Let's see whether or not we can get Charles Leclerc here. Down the straight, we're trying to pull on the Ferrari. We've got certainly a bit of straight line speed going down for us. Can we go down the inside of maybe Charles Leclerc here on lap number 15? Yes, we can. We get the move done, and that's us up into P7. So, alright, P7 is ours now, and you can really see we're starting actually to find our feet once again in this race. P4 could be on the cards here actually, as we scramble for power. Can we go down the inside of Perez here? Yes, we can. Can we just hold the car then? Oh, that wasn't certainly brilliant, but still neither here or there. We've gone down the inside now of Perez, and that's us up into P6. Beautiful. As we now scramble, Perez gonna come back at us, will he? But we shut the door and leave Perez nowhere really to go. And Albon could be out here. This could be a second DNF for Red Bull. I'm not too sure what the issue is. We've gone awfully wide as we try and get back on the power nice and early, and just see how much that's affected us then here. So Albon's got some sort of issue. We don't know what this issue is. This race is really starting to kick off in the final few moments of the race. Albon's got some sort of issue. This is going to be interesting as we scramble through the last chicane. Hamilton though, look how quick Hamilton is, and we've got a puncture. I've put literally Perez into the wall. That was literally like a Button Hamilton 2007. You just see what happened here. We touched, I think, the grass. Yeah, we did. And you can just see, oh, we've literally killed Sergio Perez. Yeah. I'm gonna just use a flashback. Because it was some brilliant racing up to that moment. But that just shows you how little grip there is now on these tyres, and Hamilton's coming for us. So right, this is going to be still a very intriguing end of race. Hamilton's gaining like a madman on a mission. Albon's got some sort of issue. Not too sure what that issue is. It's not exactly clear what the issue is, if anything. It could be something that probably won't affect him too much unless we're far closer than this right now, and you just see how much we got, having to just try and search for the grip, because the grip is just gone. Them rears, I tell you this now, are done. As Vettel would say, Mamma Mia.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
The rears are really done. Been cooked alive. Right, 1 lap to go. Let's try and just get the power down as early as we can. Can we hold off Lewis Hamilton, Leclerc, obviously Perez, and obviously my teammate Kimi Raikkonen as we enter the final lap of the race? So it's about taking it nice and steady. Let's not try and rush this final lap. Let's just try and take it nice and slow. And the track is more or less bone dry now. If there was probably another lap or two, absolutely slicked 100%, I think. But thank God there isn't. And thank God this is the final lap of the race. Alright, just about taking it nice and slow. Trying to make my car as wide as possible. I know you can't make the car wider in a Formula 1 race, but when they say make your car wide as possible, just try and, you know, be annoying as possible in terms of your lines. That's what they mean by make your car wide as possible. So pick, like, you know, the most suitable line. Maybe, you know, not ever. So as you can see, I'm not giving him an opportunity as Bottas wins the Canadian Grand Prix. Hamilton, will he get this? I think he will, and so will Leclerc. But we're now in a position where actually we could get back at them here, and we will come back at them because we're going to have a little bit more straight line speed. And look how easy that was. Leclerc's just gone into me a little bit there. And that was actually insane. Oh, we've taken another P6 this season. What is it about 6th place? It really is the circuit where obviously, you know,
yes, another historic win under their belt.
But neither here or there. Pretty good.
What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team. And they certainly deserve it.
There we go then, and a podium for Nico Hülkenberg. Yes, that's right, Nico Hülkenberg scores his first Formula 1 career podium in my career mode this season, Season 1. Wow, Nico Hülkenberg scores a podium before me. Obviously, Sergio Perez did as well, but Nico Hülkenberg scores a podium then for Renault, and that's Renault's first podium as well. Then very mixed race. So yeah, championship-wise, Vettel certainly does gain in the championship. We do fall down the standings, unfortunately. There, we now fall sort of back, let's say, into the clutches of Sainz a little bit and Perez, but we've still got a healthy lead. I think we've got about 24 points actually, which is very healthy indeed. And that's about it really. And then constructors, well, we're still again got another healthy lead. We've got about a 33 point lead over Renault, and yeah, about a 30 around 29 point lead ahead of McLaren right now. So yeah, we certainly got a healthy lead in both drivers and constructors for ourselves. And that's about it really. Let's quickly have a look at some of the race highlights as we usually do. So here's the start. 5 red lights, lights out and away we went. We didn't make a bad start. It weren't the greatest either. We made a okay start, I guess there. It weren't the greatest either, and as I say, sort of defending our position then there. Probably a lot of highlights actually in this race realistically. Probably I'll show you my favourite move when I can, hopefully, if I can. So who's right now? Oh, I think that's before. Is this where we take Grosjean? This wasn't my favourite. I'll show you my favourite of the day once we get to it. I think this was it, maybe. I don't know. This one was pretty good. So we get back past Perez. Pretty easy though. This one was actually not too hard. So And yeah, so not really getting you opportunity to show favourite move, but yeah, still, nonetheless. Highlights always interesting. Right, now it's time to decide on upgrades possibly for the car.
Great workout there,
you know.
Steve. Let's have your thoughts. The weather
So
was miserable today, but do you feel this was an advantage for you?
I'm gonna have a bit of showmanship
You
there.
left a lot of paint on the walls today.
So right, there we go, that's media done, so we've gained a little bit of showmanship there, you know, overall, you know, because we're now becoming, let's say, a regular in Formula 1, so, you know, no need to be always a sportsman a little bit. It's good to be a bit of a showman every now and again, I think, just a little bit, you know, don't need to gloat or beat the bush too much, I say. In terms of our sportsmanship rating versus our, you know, constructors rating, you can see. So, yeah, as I say, you don't really need to be a showman or a sportsman too much. We're mainly a little bit edging more towards sportsman than showman, but yeah, that's more or less that. And yeah, so we've got some upgrades coming for France. Less jump towards France, and then there. Selecting the tyres quickly. France is okay circuit. Ain't my best circuit. Ain't my worst either. I guess there's no such thing though as your best or worst. Well, there is, but what I mean, there's no such thing like, you know, everyone has a good circuit and everyone has a bad circuit, arguably. You know, and quite frankly though, I think majority of people who are either good at the game or bad at the game, it's either one or the other. I don't believe there's an in-between, really. Some people can be okay at the game, but these people who are okay, even though they're okay, I just think they're just not as good. Well, you know what I mean. But yeah. We've only got one development that failed in there, but it's still pretty good. Rest of it came through okay. We'll get that developed by end of weekend. Now, what's the weather going to be like this weekend? Please tell me it's going to be a dry race. Yes, it is. Thank you. Dry, dry, dry. Everything should be dry then now. I'm pretty happy at that because it's been a couple of races now where I feel like we've had a bit mixture of weather. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you all next time.